Hello everyone, while it is a rest day in the FIDE World Cup 2025, the content is still coming. Go check out the previous two recaps that were posted on Saturday and Sunday. There were a lot of interesting upsets, a lot of interesting games. But today I want to take a look at the game played in round number 2. Not the first one, but second round, and not third that was just played, but round number 2. Because I think it will be one of the best games of the year. Pentala Harikrishna was playing against Arseniy Nesterov. Interesting story, guys. My coach, Grandmaster Arseniy Nesterov, long time ago, I think he traveled to India to have a camp, and one of the participants was Pentala Harikrishna. And Arseniy Nesterov here, who plays with black pieces, he's the same age as myself, and I played a lot of games against him back in Russia. And I remember there was a Russian chess championship under 15 years old in Rapid, and I managed to beat Arseniy, and at that time he was classical Russian chess champion under our age group. So, it was just a pleasure to beat him, and now he's a strong GM, 2600, and current Russian man chess champion. He became this year. And now let's take a look. So yeah, I technically have connection to both of these players. To Arseniy, of course, more, because I played against him on multiple occasions. So Pentala starts with e4, and Arseniy goes e5. And look, this is something that is very solid. I think I played against Arseniy with white pieces. I actually not sure what was the... I think he played some stuff like on knight f6 on the first move, but I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But what I remember, I was playing with white pieces and I beat him. So knight f3, knight f6. He chooses Petrov defense, which became quite popular in recent times. Very solid opening. And to me, Petrov is just something that you play. If you play it, you just don't like chess. Like it's just boring. You play for... I mean, you can still beat strong players with it, but it's just not something that is, very interesting to look at. So d4 was played, knight e4, d takes e5, bishop c5, attacking the pawn on f2 immediately. And here, after queen d5, I mean, look, to me, it is a prep. Even though it's a mistake, it's just a very rare line where, black would have to make certain precise moves to keep the game alive and to keep the advantage. But in this case, it was just insane prep by white pieces. Bishop f2, king goes to e2, and now f5. And now it looks like white potentially have some chances, because they have queen, king cannot castle immediately. They would have to come up with something. But knight c3, and after c6 we have an insane move. I mean, some of you probably have seen recaps of other YouTubers. I think Zach Chesnor made a recap about this game. Levy probably made a recap, even though I'm not sure. But there, of course, were a lot of people who made a recap about this game. So if you see this game for the first time, enjoy. If you have seen it, still enjoy, because that's just a masterpiece. Knight e4. Of course, Arseniy decided to take a queen, knight d6, king f8, king f2. And now, as you might see, white have two pieces for queen, and their pieces a little bit more developed. As you might see, bishop on c8, knight on b8, rook on e8, those pieces are just terrible. Knight goes to c6, bishop e3, d4, bishop f4, protecting the pawn on e5, now queen b6, threatening to take on b2, and potentially, setting up some d3 ideas. So bishop goes to d3, and now knight e7. Not first mistake, but easy mistake by black pieces. Bishop d2, knight d5, and now bishop takes f5, knight f3, bishop d3, king e7, rook e1, and now what about to follow is just absolutely insane, rook f8. And what do you think would be the best move here? Because, I mean, it's just mind-blowing. But here you just also gotta pay attention that potentially, let's say, if we remove this knight, bishop g5 check, king goes to e6, bishop c4 is a checkmate. So here Pentala uses this trick. So rook f8 is a huge mistake, because it doesn't let black king go to f8. And now the thing is, rook e3, brilliant, rook sacrifice, Levy. And the point is now black are collapsing. Bishop e3, rook f3, king f3. Now bishop g5 comes, but the problem is pawn on e5 is not protected, so knight protecting the pawn on e5. So now queen can go to b2. Now bishop g5, king can also go to f8, and also to e6, which is slightly less reliable. Bishop g5, king e6, and now rook e1. Bishop c4 checkmate is being threatened. So b5 is played to avoid this check. Bishop f5, king d5, and Arseniy managed to stay alive for only 6 moves here. Bishop e4, king e6, bishop a8 took the rook, rook e3, queen c2, bishop e4, king d1, king g3, king h5, h4, and Arseniy admitted his loss, and Pentala Harikrishna advanced to the next round. And by the way, he is now in round number 4, because he beat Daniel Darda. And I'm not sure who is he playing next tomorrow. You let me know in the comments, because you might be more knowledgeable than myself. We gotta look at the event tree. So, but yeah, here just a lot of threats. Let's say h6, bishop f3, king goes to g6, bishop g4, king d5. I mean, this king just doesn't survive takes. Let's say h takes g5, knight e7, pick up a queen, and yes, if doesn't take, I mean, knight e7 is a threat. Bishop comes back, just 1, 2, 3 pieces is enough to take this queen, but also we have a rook which helps us attack this king. So yeah, absolute masterpiece by Indian grandmaster, and he defeated another strong grandmaster, Arseniy Nesterov, who was eliminated in round number 2. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick recap. Let me know if you'd like me to analyze any more games. We'll try to do my best. See you soon tomorrow with the round number 4 recap of the first games of this beautiful event. Bye bye.